care to share your race, ethnicity, or nationality?
I am African American.
And what is the main language you speak at this point?
English.
And do you speak any other languages aside from English?
Poquito Espanol.
And that little amount that you do have knowledge of, how did you pick that up?
I have a housekeeper. She teaches me when she comes by and clean my home.
And aside from that, just curious here, when it came to maybe like those school days in your past and your education, did you ever take any foreign language classes back then?
I took a foreign language class from 10th to 12th.
And which language was that? Was it also Spanish as well?
Spanish, yes.
And back in those days, was that a requirement for you or an elective?
A requirement.
And just for further clarification, was Spanish language the requirement, or you could have chosen from a variety of languages and you fell on that one?
Well, I believe in school they gave us a choice between Spanish, French, and something else, and I just chose Spanish.
And why that choosing there back in those days?
Just because I feel like that's like kind of like a second nature for most people. So I just want to, be aware of it.
And did you take that class or those classes serious back then? Did you try to learn the language? Did you try to give it an honest shot?
I did take it serious, but sometimes I was lost. I'm not gonna lie.
And zooming out, when it comes to your education, how far did you end up getting with that?
What, with Spanish or with my education?
Just your education, zooming out. I know you mentioned 10th to 12th grade, you took these classes.
I graduated high school.
Graduated high school. Did you get any further than that with your education, perhaps?
No, I didn't go to college.
And everybody's reasons are different, but for you, why stop your education at that point in your life?
Truthfully, I got accepted to college. I applied for college, but I was so adamant about going to Jackson State University just to be a JSET, majorette. And I just felt like I was going to get a scholarship or something, or not even a scholarship, just like a grant. So at the time, my dad made, more than the limit for the financial aid. So he basically told me to try my mom, but I used him instead. Because I was just like, oh, I need it right now. As soon as they, denied me for the financial aid, I don't know, I was just so stuck on, basically being denied. When they didn't even deny me in school, they just denied me for financial aid. But I was just so stuck on that, and because I didn't have the money to pay for college at the time. So I just, gave up. I just got discouraged.
And looking back, any regret on that moment there, or those moments there, or not going back to that at another point of time in your life, or?
I would say a small amount of me kind of look back okay, I wish I would have got at least a little more, learning of everything. But I feel that sometimes school doesn't even teach you everything you learn today isn't in today's world. Just on a day-to-day basis, it's all about physical experience, If you're not in this situation, you won't know what to do. But some things I just feel like school wouldn't teach you.
Now, when it comes to the variety of schools that you attended back in those days, did any of your classmates or schoolmates end up becoming well-known or famous themselves?
I would say it's probably a couple guys I know went to, NFL football. As far as I know, probably 2 rappers that, from my hometown. But that's pretty much it.
And when you say 2 rappers from your hometown, you went to school with them as well, or they were just in your hometown as you were growing up?
Just my hometown. I kind of know, familiar with them growing up, and then they end up, making it.
And who did you have a front row seat, so to speak, to, as far as those recording artists you just mentioned? Do you want to share their names?
No, because I don't really socialize with them that much anymore. So
And what about the athletes that made it to the NFL? Care to share any of their names?
I forgot the whole name. Like, I just know the nickname that they used to call him in school.
Do you want to say it?
No.
Just curious there. Now, all right. Well, when it comes to your education, anything else in regards to that you want to mention about it?
Can you give me an example of what you mean?
Well, just if anything, any other interesting facts or any interesting stories in regards to your education that you wanted to mention, just while we're on that subject there of your life?
Well, okay, in school, I, and it's just like a fact or whatever, like a small fact, but I was bullied in school. I used to get bullied, like, when I was in high school, I was bullied. And just because I went through, puberty at the time, so my skin was like, extra sensitive, so I had a lot of breakouts and everything. And I just used to get like, picked on a lot from in high school about my skin and everything. Just for, everyone to come back around and have to watch me. It's crazy.
Now, in regards to bullying, that's a serious topic there that a lot of people go through. Maybe some watching this interview or listening to this interview right now. How did you get through that? How did you persevere through that? Because sometimes you see those headlines of a kid getting bullied in school, and they're not here to even be in an interview to even talk about that.
Yeah, it's very serious.
How did you get through it? How did you cope with that?
I wouldn't say I could cope with it like through a lot of times. Like I used to write like kind of like suicidal notes when I was younger. I literally had to throw that book away because I found it one day when I went back to my dad's house in my old room. I found it like where I put it up at, hid it in the closet. I kind of went in there and found it. I was like, oh my God, I used to go through so much. Like, I don't think about it now, I don't talk about it now, but back then, I was just in a dark space growing up, like when I was a child. So, I kind of like I had to pray about it, and I had to have faith a little, with God, and kind of like more so just keep pushing, keep striving, keep moving forward, like, and just basically remind myself of this is temporary. This is not where are gonna stay forever. Like, I'm a kid, I'm young, like, hopefully when I get older, it doesn't be like this. Well, it's not gonna be like this.
And just curious, on its worst instance of bullying that you faced, how bad did things get for you? Was it verbal assaults? Was it physical assaults? Did things get?
Well, it wasn't to the point where I was fighting, but it was more so like, like when it became like very aggressive, with people or aggression with people, I would kind of just avoid it. Just, I would just like do my work or ask to get a hall pass, go to the bathroom, cry in the bathroom. I used to do like smaller things when I was younger, but it's crazy because I never really talk about this, but here we are. But more like my teachers seen a lot in me. They seen like the growth in me. They seen like, the I would say the gift in me, and they would pour into me like basically when I was younger, and kind of like just uplift me, let me know that they care about me and that don't really focus on like foolishness, in a way, or negativity. Basically, like, you are beautiful. You are who you are. No one could be you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're very special, and Matter of fact, my third grade teacher told me one day that you have a blessing over you. Like, God is going to bless you one day. And she said, I don't know what it is. I can't tell you what it is. I don't know when it is. And I didn't understand what she meant. I was like, what do you mean? Like, I didn't understand. I'm like, what do you mean? I mean, like, actually, and I'm going to be honest. Let me take it back. It's not my third grade teacher. It was my seventh grade teacher. She told me, like, you have a blessing over you. I don't know what it is, but I can't tell you. She's like, I'm just aware, letting you be aware and addressing that, like, because I guess she had the gift of discernment. She could see things, like, and she could feel things. So when she seen, like, all the, the negativity with the checking, the bullying, the picking on me, she pulled me out in the class, out in the hallway one day and just told me that. And told me to keep my head up.
Now, it sounds like you had a foundation here, support system from faculty of the school. What
Definitely
about
did.
your own parental guidance? Did you let your parents know this stuff was going on? Did they see that this stuff was going on? Were they oblivious to it?
Um, I wouldn't say oblivious. Well, my mom, she was ready to fight. Like, every time I would say something, she would try to go to the school and, like, try to find which kid was it. But with my dad, me and my dad kind of had a rocky relationship growing up. So it's like I would tell him something, and he'll hear me, but he'll just kind of, like, brush it off, like, and kind of, go in his own little world, just because of, like, I don't know what he was going through back then. I would think that it was personal, but maybe he was going through something that I couldn't even see. Um, he couldn't see himself. So it began to be like a rocky relationship with me and him, and I just felt like, I wasn't feeling good at home, and I wasn't feeling good at school. So I was just in a dark space.
Now, there are some in the audience that can understand where those suicidal notes came from with the context that you provided here.
Mm-hmm.
But is that how far it got for you? It was just these suicidal notes. And when you say suicidal notes, you mean like a note you would leave on Earth in the event you took your own life for people to read?
Well, let's see. I'm trying to remember
Take your
what I
time
used to
here.
say.
You referred to them as suicidal notes. So
Because I did put in there, like, I used to write on the paper. Like, I had a notebook, spiral notebook, and I just used to write every day that I was upset. I'm just writing, writing. And I would kind of wish bad on myself, curse myself with God. And, I'm like, God, just take me away right now. I don't want to be here. I can't do it. It's not the life for me. I'm trying, and I can't do it.
got it. And, reflecting back when all this was going on, now that you're far removed from that,
Mm-hmm.
did you handle things correctly? Are there things you look back and you wish you could have done differently or wish could have been different? Or did you handle things the right way, knowing what you know now?
I would say it's the power of, like, faith, power of believing. So my aunt used to, like, come and get me, take us to church, and kind of, like, get me away from the house, kind of, like, basically give me a sense of freedom from what I was going through, uplift me. I had cousins that are kind of, like, do things with me to try to, like, make me feel, a different way. But I feel like it was just something I had to go through on my own. I feel like no one really understood, like, what I was really going through, because kind of like when I say things, like, I would kind of get looked over in a way. So I feel like I grew over it. I grew out of it. I definitely had conversations with my family, and they apologized to me. They let me know, like, they hear me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they see me, they hear me, and they don't want me to ever, like, go into the stage of, not having someone to talk to, because it can get very, serious to where, like, if they would have read those letters, it would have been different. I never let nobody read them because it was crazy. Like, I used to draw pictures of, like, me in people, school, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just basically kind of like just evil stuff on there. Like, I wanted people to die. I wanted me to die. I wanted everyone to die. Like, I didn't really care. So it's something I never really talk about. But now that I'm grown, like, I'll address it now.
Now, I want to break down some of these elements you just mentioned. You mentioned an aunt. Was this an aunt on your mother's side or father's side that you're referencing?
Mother's side, yes.
And cousins as well. Was it both sides of the family here or one or the other that you're referencing
Both.
as well?
Both.
Okay. And also, God here. You mentioned God a few different times throughout this conversation. Now, curious here, do you follow a religion at this point by any chance?
I'm not religious, but I did grow up going basically to church. Not a lot, but every chance I got with my grandmother or, my aunt or sometimes my mom, I will just go to church.
And was it a certain religion back then of church? Was it a Christian religion? Did it get any more specific than that under Christianity, if so?
Just Christian.
And you're not religious at this point. Why aren't you religious? No judgment here, just asking why. And just curious where you stand with that at this point.
Don't get me wrong. Like, praise it up to the Most High. Like, Jesus Christ, Lord, I'm all for God, and I know where everything comes from. I know where everything circles around is God, I just haven't, it wasn't instilled in me, like, as of, some kids, some girls or some people grow up and they was like, they was church babies, Like, from ye high, they came up with, oh, I know church, I know this, I know that. It wasn't like that for me. That's all I'm saying. So I just basically get my own experience,
And also, grandmother here, you're referencing mother's side or father's side?
My mother's side. My father's mom died when he was 4.
Got it. Now, as far as just those, suicidal thoughts, that's as far as it got for you growing up. You never attempted suicide back then.
Have I?
The bullying days.
I can't say I haven't, but I don't. It's like a blur. Like, I don't remember. I can't say I haven't because I know around that time it was very, very deep for me. So I can't say I haven't, but I'm here. I am. I'm good. So
And
luckily it didn't go that far.
And just a couple more questions about the bullying side of things, and we'll be done here with that subject matter. But was bullying something that you continued to face after high school was over, or once high school was over, that was done?
Oh, once high school was over, it was over. Nothing else. My skin cleared up. I moved to Houston, probably 2 years later. And I just never looked back as far as that. As far as, it's kind of like me, I'm the type of person where it can be like a bad situation right now, but just because you start bad or you start in a bad position, you don't have to end it like that, So I don't dwell on negativity. I don't dwell on something that hurt me or something that's affected me. I'm very strong, so I can handle everything.
And this strength that you're describing here, is this something you've always had, or was this something you grew into as you were growing up? Like, were you a strong kid from the get-go as far as you can remember, or that's something you picked up over time?
Picked up over time, definitely. Because I used to be very fragile, very sensitive. If you yell at me, anything, I'm just very sensitive because my dad was, very verbal. So, I used to be just very, very sensitive. And it's just do it with experience, you know, like what they say, like you never know unless you go through something. So just different experiences I go through in life, like I just kind of take it and roll with it. So now I'm good, you know. I know how to face everything.
And speaking of moving on in the future, and I do want to talk about that Houston move a little bit later on in this conversation, but has anyone that ever bullied you in the past, maybe in those school days, ever end up apologizing for their actions
Oh yeah,
since those days?
I have. Well, I had not now, but like on Facebook, you know, I had messages of some people like would message me, inbox me, let me know like, oh girl, you know, remember we was in school and so and so, so and so. Like, girl, I can't believe you're famous, you're celebrity, whatever. I just want to say I always had love for you. I'm so sorry about everything in the past. Well,
And how would you handle those type of remarks? Because now that you're in the position, you could either respond or you don't have to respond. How did you handle that? Everyone takes those type of those remarks differently when they grow up.
I don't respond because it's like, you know, once you fooled me, like, what are you here for? I'm good. Like, I mean, I'm glad you acknowledge your path, or I'm glad you acknowledge your fault. Not my fault, but your fault. But I mean, we're good. As long as you know that I'm in a good space. I'm happy. I'm great. I don't really worry about it, honestly.
And also asking this as well, sometimes people that are bullies end up becoming a bully themselves later on in life. Did you ever end up becoming a bully yourself of some sort?
Not at all. Just because, like, once again, like school, I used to do like different organizations. So one of the organization I was in was peer mentor, peer mediator. So I used to be a mediator to like younger kids, like basically helping them through bullying, helping them through just any type of insights that they need as far as what I can help. Like me, I'm a nurturer, I'm a helper, I'm a Virgo, like I'm a people person. Everyone I come across, I leave nothing but a good relationship with everyone I come across. And it's just off me, not because of them, just because of my character and who I am. So I don't really, you know, have no regards on bullying anyone else because it's just not my character.
Three final bullying questions for you here. Okay, what do you want people watching or listening to this interview to know about bullying, other than what you've said thus far? If there's anything else on that topic there.
I will say it is a major topic, and for anyone who's out there, experiencing bullying or have been bullied before, just know, it gets better with time. Have faith in God, and find things that you love to do, or you love to just like it could be your favorite food. It could be anything like walk in the park or anything that brings you joy. Find that, and once you find that, continue to do that, and continue to pour into yourself. Because at the end of the day, regardless of what they see you as, you know who you are. Don't never let no one take that from you. Always have self-love, self-care, and yeah, you can do anything in the world if you believe in yourself.
And when it comes to these kids that were bullying you at the time, was it females that were doing this to you? Was it males as well?
It was both.
And what would you say that ratio was? If there was a circle chart of 100%, would you say it was 50-50, or was it a little bit more female to male that was bullying you at the time?
It was more like 80-20. 80% male, 20% women.
It was actually more males bullying
More
you
male,
than
yes.
females.
Yes, because like in school, like, you have the fly guys, you have the guys that already had fresh shoes every time, like, different things. Like, they already had money, they already had, like, and my dad wasn't like that. Like, my dad was different, where we got the shoes in the beginning of the school year, and we got shoes Christmas, and we got shoes our birthday, and we got shoes when we graduated. Like it was not consistent, like consistency of like I'm the flyest person in school. Like I didn't have that type of vibe, you know. Like, but guess what though? I was a majorette in school. I did majorette for years. Um, my dad was a majorette dad, so he supported me through sports and everything. He was always active when it came to my school, so I don't take that away from my dad. I love my dad, and that's my dog. Like that's my best friend. But as far as the guys, the same guys that used to bully me in school, like they message me, they compliment me, they want my number, they want to talk to me, they want to be with me, you know, and it would never be for them. But yeah, you know, it's just crazy how life is like a 360. You know, what goes around comes around. Like I just acknowledge it. I see the DMs, I see the messages, and you know, it's like okay, I see it.
And just sidestepping here before I ask you this last question about bullying is when it comes to social media, you mentioned like DMs, you mentioned Facebook, so on and so forth. Just in case there is some fraudulent profiles out there of you, some fake pages, some scammy, spammy pages, care to share your official username, screen names, handles on your most prominently used social media platforms, just so everyone in the audience is following the correct profiles here.
My correct profile is underscore Lexi underscore Gold on Instagram. Google Lexi Gold. Facebook Lexi Gold. You're gonna see my pictures on there. Everything from childhood to older. TikTok Life of Lexi Gold. Those are my official pages. Anything else is a clone.
And final question about bullying here. What do you want to say to someone watching or listening to this interview that is currently a bully or bullying others?
So these are the ones that are bullying.
Yes, they're doing the bullying. What do you want to say to those?
I would say if you're bullying someone, you're just insecure. You just have to find yourself. You haven't found yourself yet. So you try to project on someone else. And it's not gonna get anywhere. But the people from the outside can see the insecurity in that person. And you just don't see it in yourself yet. So I would say pick on someone your own size, you know? Grow up, have some maturity, have some substance about yourself. Find yourself. You don't have to pick on no one, you know? Like, it's a bunch of things in this world that you can pick on. You know, you don't have to pick on, like, someone that's like, because you never know what people are going through. So I would say never judge a book by its cover. Just because that person has this going on or looks like this, you never know what they're going through, like, behind those doors. They're probably just faking it, you know, just because they have to. Some people don't have no choice. So I feel like, honestly, if a person can stop bullying someone, you probably can save a life. Because it gets deeper than that. You probably bullying today. You never know, that person might be gone tomorrow. So just keep the world safe.
And in regards to your skin, you mentioned things have cleared up for you to the point where you're not even wearing makeup during this interview.
Mm-hmm.
Why no makeup for you during this interview? There are some females that can't go on camera without makeup on.
That's a good question. Man, I went from a point where I wore makeup every day. When I walk out the house, it's makeup. But I get tired of makeup. Like, I like my skin to breathe. I'm not gonna lie. Like, even TV. Like this season, when I was on, TV on the Cabaret, I barely wore makeup. Like, I wore makeup when we had to. If I know we had like photo shoot day or a show or anything, like that's when I wore makeup. From day in, day out, I did not want to wear makeup. And I love my skin. Like, my skin is beautiful, you know? Um, I just feel good. I feel like I don't want it on my face, like, because I used to do it all the time. And now it feels so good to just let it breathe.
And has there been a reaction to that? Have you been seeing uh, comments and chatter and so on and so forth to people noticing this, that you aren't so heavy on the makeup in this last season that you just mentioned here?
Believe it or not, people love me with no makeup. They would rather me wear no makeup than makeup. I get a lot of compliments, like saying that they love my face, they love like my skin, and they love my life. Like, so they love makeup. I mean, no makeup over makeup.
And just so everyone's on the same page and wants to go check that particular season out, is that season that you're on with barely any makeup on, if at all. Care to share the season name or the season number and the show, the reality series, that's so on and so forth?
Um, on Zeus Network, Joseline's Cabaret, season 5 and season 6. Season 5, I wear makeup all the time. Season 6, barely wear makeup. And season 6 just it just ended. The reunion just came out and everything. So it's over.
And speaking of that reality show series, what is the current status with that and you at this point? Will the audience see you in any future seasons?
Um, as far as future seasons, sorry,
Take your time.
getting like cotton mouth. As far as future seasons, maybe with Zeus Network, not with the Cabaret, just because I just reached my limit, and I reached my point with that. Like, I don't see myself continuing to um, entertain something that's giving a negative light on me.
Got it. Anything you want to expound on that?
Well, more so just like certain storylines that I just don't agree with, you know. Like, with me, I don't want to sound cliche, but it's always like the saying, like, all my life I had to fight. Because it's more like growing up, I got bullied. I was going through things at home, my dad. Then it's like, me being, exotic dancer. When I was exotic dancer, I had strip club fights. I had, girls, of course, hating on me there. And it's like I get on TV and I'm getting hated on again. You know, like storylines, like, girls. It's just, a bunch of crazy, crazy stuff. But I just don't see myself, entertaining negativity.
Now, is there anything you want to clear up that wasn't displayed on that show?
No. No. I think like everything's good. I am happy that I am a fan favorite, and that I'm glad that. Well, I was sent home season 5. My season was short. I got cut. But season 6, I came back. It was my redemption year. I finished everything. I did exactly what I said I was gonna do, and now I'm a fan favorite. I've been a fan favorite last season, but this season, like, the world knows that my character. They knows my character. They know that I'm a good person. They love me, and like, girls always tell me, like, they get shy around me. They're like, oh my God, like, you inspire me. You make a way for me, and other girls, like, I love you. Like, I love watching you, and I just embrace it and take it all in. That's all.
Any regrets with the show?
No, no regrets. Because I feel like everything happens for a reason. And what's for me is for me. What's not for me, it'll be taken away.
And when it comes to those fights that are displayed on that show, are those fights real?
Very real. Like, real. Real is an animal in the wild. Real. Like, it's very real. Nothing's made up. As far as what I know from my shows, you know, nothing's made up. If you have a black eye, you just have a black eye. If you have your nose bleeding, your nose bleeding. Like, if it wasn't real, I don't think blood would be shed. I don't think bruises would be on people's faces. I don't think people would actually, be so drained and going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody would be happy. If it wasn't real, trust me, it would be easy, simple. We would be around here jumping for joy, It's very real. Like, whatever people go through with the fights and everything, it happens. Like, everything's real. I get that question all the time. Is it real?
And aside from it just being real, I mean, do you think some of these cast members are turning up because there are cameras on them? Or do you think this is how they would handle business on a normal day if a physical altercation came up and that sort of thing?
I think it would be people would handle business on a normal day, but like 5%, I would say, from girls probably want to feed their family, so they want to do a little extra today because it'll get them more camera time, or let's show out for the camera. Like, some girls are like that. I won't say it's not like that. Some girls are like that, but 95% of the show is real.
And outside of reality television, where can those in the audience find you at this point doing, if not reality TV?
Being an artist, I was an artist before I was on TV. I joined TV to, of course, get the exposure, get engagement from, new people, meet people across the world, get a different light, you know what I'm saying, on myself that I haven't received before. Um, like, and I must say, it has helped me a lot. Like, people love my music. Like, even when people hating on me on TV, it just goes to show, like, people still ride with me, they ride for me. People still believe in me, and yeah, that's all that matters.
And on the music side of things, what can those in the audience look forward to you in 2026?
Excuse me. My new single, Ronnie, it dropped December. It's out. I just shot the official video yesterday. It will be out ASAP, okay? I need everyone to do that. I'm starting a trend. I need everyone to do their Go Ronnie dance. It's going to be all across the world. Like, I just want to have fun. I just want to make America fun again. That's all. Like, we're just so strict, and nowadays I see why a lot of people are joining these dance trends, and they're constantly, like, vibing when they're out at the club, doing the dances with their friends, making TikToks, all that, because with all the things that we're going through in the world, like serious things, like, we want to find the fun. Where's the fun in it? You want to do something you're having fun with. And I feel that the running dance will be fun. So I need everyone across the world to do it, to join it. It's fun, it's engaging. It's a classic. Originally from Players Club, I got the real deal in my video. Ronnie, the official Ronnie. Ronnie from Players Club, Chrystale Wilson, she is starring in my music video. And the name of the song is called Ronnie. So why not have the real deal? So that's going to be dope. I have new music coming, new singles coming. I'm with DJ Smallz, I have a lot going on. and I have more to show.
And how were you able to pull that off, having her in the official music video?
Everyone is asking me that. That's a good question. So basically, I reached out to her back in December when I dropped the song, and I knew I needed to shoot a video, but something was just telling me to just shoot like a visual right now. So I shot a visual for the sorry, my hair.
Take your
But
time.
I shot a visual for the video, and something told me it won't be right if I don't get the Ronnie in the video. The Ronnie in the video will put the ice on the sauce. You know what would they say? We'll put the sauce on. Let's see. The topping of on the icing. You know, whatever. It's one of those. But rock with me, okay? But it's more like you can't like have a saying, or you can't like have a slogan without the real deal. You gotta have the creme de la creme, you know? You gotta have like the main actual topic, you know? And like in my song I said I'm a head bitch like Ronnie. Ain't shit funny. I got game for sale. And why not? Start the real deal. So Ronnie came through. I reached out to her like several times. She didn't see it because we weren't she wasn't following me. So she said that, believe it or not, my fans were reaching out to her on comments. Like, and my fans don't play about me. They was being very consistent about me. So she said that she was able to see certain comments that tagged my name and said that she needed to listen to this song called Ronnie. And she said she had no idea about it. She didn't know anything about it, never heard of it. And she said she wanted to just see what everyone was talking about. So she searched me up. She searched my name on Instagram. And this is a story she told me yesterday. She searched my name on Instagram, and she found me. She found the song. She listened to it. She let her family or people listen to it. And they all gave her nothing but good feedback. Everyone gave her good feedback. And she said she loved the song. So she responded back to me in a DM, like send me her number, her information. We were talking in December, but I told her that we're going to shoot the video on January 16th. And she agreed to do it. And I was like, okay. I was like, you know what? I'm going to still like show you some love and, pay you for your time, for you even like considering to do it. She told me specifically yesterday, don't worry about nothing. She was like, I love your drive. I love your character. I love you as like how you are. And she's like, I'm loving how your energy proceeds on people. Like everyone around you is gravitating towards you and engaging with you on a positive level. And she's like, that's totally, and she's like, I don't knock anyone for trying. And she's like, I can see you, as a young female, you're trying. And that goes a long way just for a hand. So she said, don't pay me nothing. I just want to be here and help you. And I said, wow. With that being said, let's rock out. So we shot a movie yesterday.
And how much time did you actually get a chance to spend with her?
She told me she was going to be around me. Well, this is back in December. So when she told me that was yesterday. But when we initially talked, it was in December. And she told me that she was going to just have like 1 or 2 hours free because, she's a busy woman. She has a lot going on. So I said, okay, 1 hour or 2, that's fine with me. I'm going to, just be grateful for everything. Long story short, the energy was unmatched. She stayed with me from 1 o'clock all the way to 8 o'clock. And then when she left, she had a great time. So I checked on her, I called her like just to check on her. And she said she told everyone about it, the experience. And she said she loved it. And she can't wait to just do more. Well, okay, believe it or not, I seen on a video today that she had on her page where she acknowledged me. She tagged me on mention. And she said that she was so grateful for the energy that I gave her, and that I validated her for basically, she had doubts, basically being that, saying that the world forgot about her. For the world, didn't acknowledge her. The world made her feel like she was closed in. They didn't give her a fair chance in life, in her acting career, and that she was very skeptical of doing things that would expose her or bring her out more. She's basically like kind of been in hiding for a long time. And so she said that basically the energy that I showed her and that everyone at the video shoot kind of gave her, she said she was very humbled to see that, like, I gave her validation that she was basically who she is, well, I don't want to say who she is, but she is that girl. She is that, the lady that started the trend, started the mark, and I do feel like a lot of women don't give her that credit. Like, and something was just telling me, like, I want to do a song after Ronnie. Just because, no shade to anyone else in the movie, they got their chance, they got their marks, they got their highlight moments. I felt that she played that part to the T in Players Club. And she deserved a fair chance, too, to, get out there and get back around. It's time. And I told her that. I said, I just want you to, enjoy yourself, be comfortable. And she didn't have to worry about nothing. I paid for everything myself. Make sure she was comfortable. I made sure everything was in line. Makeup, hair, stylist, clothes. Like, everything she needed, I made sure she had everything. She didn't have to worry about nothing. And just for me giving her that experience, she said she's forever, grateful, and she's forever, just gonna reciprocate the energy with me.
Now, based on your time with her, whether it was those 6 or 7 hours with her on set, with you trying to communicate with her, up until that point, going to ask you this next question, and if it's too little of an amount of time to answer this question that you spent with her, then that's okay. We'll move on to the next question, but still want to ask just in case you have an answer for this question, and that is, what's the best advice you received from her, or most important thing you learned being around her so far?
From what I experienced in front of her, well,
is there something you took away from just being in her aura, so on and so forth?
She gave me a lot of sense of encouragement. She gave me a lot of motivation. Like, we had a conversation because I rode with her to the video shoot, and she was basically just trying to get to know me personally, and basically I got to know her. Like, I didn't know that she lived in Atlanta. I didn't know that she was from Atlanta. I didn't know that basically, what did she tell me? Okay, I didn't know how she felt. Like, I feel like it was very important to hear her opinion or her insight on how she felt as a woman and how she felt as basically everyone, closing that door on her, making her feel like she's not important, she's not honored, and I kind of got that insight basically up close and personal with her. And she basically told me that, she still had faith and, she still was pushing. She still believed in herself. And she said everyone that she comes across, she was very selective with those people. And those people celebrated her, the people that she came across close to her. But she never had no one make a song about her, never had no one, bring her to a video shoot. She said she was very skeptical of the things, but she basically told me that she admired my drive. She said that she used to be me, coming up. She said you have to just keep going, keep pushing. She told me don't give up. She said that, you have a gift, you have a direction you're going in. And she told me that she just want to be a part of that. She wants to support me 100%. And I was just basically, I was in a blur. Like, I was really like kind of, I was listening to her, but I was like, am I really in the car with Ronnie? Like, well, Miss Chrystale? I was just like so surprised, you know? But I basically just accepted everything she said. I was just so happy about the moment that I just basically gravitated to everything. Like, I engaged, with her. I made sure she was good. Um, Again, I was just living it up.
And what's been the response? Obviously, the music video is not out yet as of this interview, but the behind the scenes footage of you and her hanging out together and so on and so forth is on your social media, like Instagram, for example. What's been the response from those seeing you two together?
Crazy. My page is going viral right now. The makeup artist, he did our makeup, his name's Pound Cake. He posted her, but right before he posted her doing her makeup, he did my makeup too, right behind her. And I was like, we was right together, but he asked if we want to do it together, like do a video together. And we both told him like, well, she was basically waiting on me. And I said, well, you know what? I want to kind of wait because I want to give them a surprise. But by him posting her on his own for the makeup, did buku numbers. He got 2 million views, like yesterday, like easy. And I'm like, wow, like his page is on fire right now. So I said, you know what? Since everyone's seeing her makeup, everyone's seeing her hairstyle gave Players Club, her makeup gave like how she was in Players Club. So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and post a video. I posted a video with me and her when we got our makeup done. And I said, the cat's out the bag, surprise. My page has been going viral. It's almost at 1 million right now. It's at 800,000 views on Instagram. Facebook is like almost 500,000.
And what have those comments been? Like, do people think you two are related? Like mother-daughter?
Yes.
Sister-sister?
That's what they're saying. They're like, oh, they can't tell me they're not mother-daughter. They can't tell me they're not sister and sister. Like, they said that y'all actually look alike, and it's unbelievable. It's crazy. So they're calling me, like, they said, I seen some comments that said OG Runny and YG Runny. I seen, like, some comments that said, like, if they do a Players Club 2, then I should play her daughter, or I should play a remake of her.
Now, people are just saying that, but would you be open to something of that nature if an opportunity of that nature popped up?
Absolutely, I would. I'm an actress as well, so I have 2 movies on my belt, and I feel that Players Club, that's a classic. So they came out with, that's like coming out with another Friday. Who wouldn't do the role? Like, I wouldn't turn it down for nothing. So if I was blessed to, be granted that, I'm gonna take it.
And for those in the audience that are unfamiliar with the titles that you're currently in that they can watch, what are those titles, and share that information as well?
The first movie is She Gets It From Her Mama. That's gonna come out. And the second movie, I was just like an extra in the second movie. But I mean, really, this is the first movie. It's the first one that I was just an extra in. But that extra role brought me to the main character in my new movie that's coming out. But the first movie is what is it? Because it's been like a year or 2. I'm sorry, y'all. Forgive me not.
And you got some help there with that answer from someone off camera to the side of you. Care to share who that is?
My manager, Paradise Promotions.
And when it comes to these 2 movies, are they related in the sense of it's the same director for both? Because you mentioned you being an extra in one led to you being a lead actress in another. So are the 2 related, like same director, or this is a whole nother director for a whole different movie?
Same director, Michael Sterling. He's a great director. He basically gave me I was an extra role in the first movie, Forgive Me Not. And then he called back and said, "You did such a great job. I would love to have you as the main character in this movie." She gets it from her mama.
And also something interesting that you also posted showcasing your Memphis roots is a photo of Ronnie with Gangsta Boo on your social media.
Yes. That came from, I got that from DJ Paul's page, honestly. But I seen that I think he posted, no, I don't know, did I get it from him? I probably didn't get it from him. I probably got it from Google, if I'm not mistaken. Because I probably, like, I'm a big fan of Gangsta Boo. You know, rest in peace to her. I wish she could have heard the song before, you know, she passed. But I'm pretty sure, like, a lot of people in her campus heard it. But I love Gangsta Boo, La Chat, you know, Project Pat, DJ Paul, 36 Mafia. I came up on a lot of, you know, artists in Memphis.
When it comes to the this whole all these people you just mentioned, did you know them personally by any chance? Have you established relationships with any of them, personally speaking, or just from afar? You were, you know, a fan of their music or listened to their music, so on and so forth.
I've just been a fan of their music, like, cause my dad used to play their music when I was like 3 or 4 years old in the back of the you know, the Chevy. I used to be in a car seat just rocking back to back, like it's just always been in my nature, in my culture. So I just always been a fan of their music.
But never got a chance to meet Gangsta Boo before she passed or anything of that nature.
Yeah, no, never got a chance.
Just curious there. Just for those in the audience here, getting to know you for the very first time, care to share where you were born?
I was born in Memphis, Tennessee, but I've been in Houston for like 10 years.
And care to share where you were raised as well? Was it Memphis or Houston?
Memphis.
And you make a move in your life at some point to move to Houston. What was the reason for that back then?
I always said I wanted to move out of town. So I moved here with my ex. Basically, yeah, he told me, like, if you want to, you know, go, just come. Just come. So I came.
And do you recall what age that was in your life when you made that move?
I had to be close to 21.
And care to share your age currently at this point?
30.
And your birthday while you're at it, the month and the day, just in case there's some misinformation online about you.
Just birthday is September 7th. Virgo.
Now, you had no problem sharing your age here on camera. There are some reality TV personalities, recording artists, actresses, so on and so forth, that might not. Why no problem here sharing your age?
'Cause I feel like I'm still young and lit. Like, I'm not old, so I don't have no shades to the elderly or anyone who's mature. I'm gonna say that. I'm not gonna say old. So y'all forgive me. Not old, mature. You know, the mature age. But I feel that, you know, I'm still young and lit.
And also, when it comes to Memphis, was it a certain portion of Memphis you were raised in that you claim here? I know sometimes people will say, I was raised on this side of town, or I was raised in this hood, or this project, or this block number. You know, sometimes people get very specific. Does it get any more specific for you when it comes to Memphis?
I'm from East Memphis, and in Memphis it is specific. Like, where you from? What hood you from? Like, you from South Memphis, East Memphis, like you said. So we don't claim West Memphis. That's Arkansas. Anything over the bridge, we don't claim it.
And okay, that brings us to Houston and my question that I really wanted to ask you here, which is this. Now, circumstances could be different for everyone, but can you give the audience 5 tips for anyone moving to H-Town?
Have your niche already. Your niche. Man, know where you're going. have some direction, have your money together. You don't want to be out here broke. Because H-Town, one thing about it, baby, they got some good restaurants out there. So you're going to eat good, but you just need some, you need some money. But I love eating out there. They're going to love the food. If they're a foodie person, they're going to love it. They have nice apartments out there, nice houses, like nice neighborhoods. The people, they're nice sometimes, but, just find your way and know where you're going. If you already have a job, good. Just have fun. Like, Houston have a lot of club spots. I consider Houston to be like a Miami without the water. So they're going to have fun. Whoever moves to Houston, they're going to have fun. I tell people all the time.
And speaking of the club scene in Houston, I think there's a phrase, if I'm butchering it, I apologize. You can fix me, or those in the audience can fix me in the comments. But is it something like never leave on a Sunday or something of that nature?
Yeah, it's never leave on a Sunday. Everybody knows when you're in Houston. I even had to learn that. When I first went to Houston around New Year's, I tried to leave on a Sunday, and I was looking crazy when everybody was still at the club on Sunday. So, in Memphis, our Sundays was kind of slow. We didn't really have no club nights or nothing like that, If they did, I was too young to even experience it. But never leave Houston on a Sunday is the exact slogan. Everybody follows that slogan. Everybody follows that rule. Everybody knows, like tourists, anybody, don't leave. Don't leave on a Sunday. You leave on a Sunday, you just might miss everything. It's like Sunday is a second Saturday.
So it really does go down, as far as entertainment, so on and so forth, on a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
In Houston. That's not just a saying. But as far as restaurants, I want to dive a little bit deeper with that, or food spots here. Is there a favorite food destination for you in Houston?
Yes, Steak 48. They got I think I go to Steak 48 like every time it's my birthday. Well, not this year. I mean, not last year, but usually I'm always at Steak 48. I love it. I love the food. I love the scenery. I love the vibes. You know what? When I grow up, I want to be at Steak 48. That's how much I love Steak 48.
And when it comes to this establishment, is there only one location of it, or are there multiple locations? There's a preferred location for you.
Well, in Houston, we only have one. It's in the Galleria.
And what do you order, and how do you order it whenever you're in that establishment of your favorite dish?
It's different. Like, sometimes I order salmon if I want to do seafood. And sometimes I order ribeye if I want to do steak. Sometimes I order the lamb chops if I want to do the lamb. So, but with the sides, I order mashed potatoes, the corn cabriolet, the Caesar salad with the poached egg. Baby, I didn't even know you could put a poached egg on a salad until Steak 48 did it. I'm just a fat girl at heart. I'm sorry. I love Steak 48. But regardless of what they have, it's good. Everything is good.
And how do you actually order yours, whether it's the salmon, the steak, or the other meat? Was it lamb chops that you said, or was it something else?
You order the salad first, like your appetizer, and then it comes out with bread. So you get the bread too, bread and butter. And then you just, eat that first, and then you order your meat, and then you order your sides. And then they bring, like the sides, you have to share the sides. So once they bring the sides, they're going to bring everything together on the platter, put it down, and it's on the feast.
But how do you like some of these items cooked, though? Like the salmon or the ribeye? Like, do you like well done, so on and so forth?
Well.
Okay.
I'm a medium well girl. Make my shit medium well, okay? If you want to give me a steak, medium well. You want to give me a salmon, medium well. If you think I look good, well done. Not medium well, because I always look good. I got you right there.
Just curious there. And I also want to ask you this, a musical question here, okay, but also has something to do with your past that I'm curious if you have a Mount Rushmore for, okay? Pulling these questions up here. All right. Here they are. Okay. Let me know when you're ready. If there was a Mount Rushmore of 4 female recording artists that had an exotic dancing background, which 4 people would you pick and why?
Which artist that's already that has a you saying like they already have a exotic dancer
Yeah,
background?
they were maybe an exotic dancer at one point in their life. Maybe they worked at an exotic dancing establishment at one point in their life.
First, Cardi B, Trina, and I'm trying to go from what I know.
Take your time here. 2 out of 4. 2 more if you got 2 more.
Mm, I don't know, cause like I don't really see that much. Like you know, it wasn't celebrated back then, so I don't really know like if an artist per se like outside of those two has a exotic background.
Okay. Well, we'll just take those 2 for now, but why each of these 2 for you?
Just because they're both successful, like they made it past that, they outgrew that stage. Like of course they probably had a lot of backlash back then, but you know they're good. Like you know they're doing good.
And just curious here, do you know any of these 2 personally by any chance? Either Cardi B or Trina?
I don't know them personally.
And if either of them are watching or listening to this interview, is there anything you'd want to say to them?
I'm on my way, girl. They'll see me soon.